Okay, the game's starting right here. Okay, I was expecting an intro, but okay, I guess I'll have to read it out. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. That being said, I'm going to play this game. Haha. Why do I put this? Why do I put myself through this? Nobody knows. Hold on, let me read this. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No, I'm not gonna go ahead and read those. By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. There's the intro I was waiting for. Okay, everybody, welcome to a game called Doki Literature Club. Now you're probably thinking, Leroy, why does this game have so many warnings when it looks like a freaking dating simulator? Well, it's not exactly what you think it is. I'm trying my best not to spoil it. This is the new one, Doki Literature Club Plus. Okay, my sound is freaking loud. Hold on. Okay, there we go. This game, there was an old version that came out in 2017, which I did play. This one here came out literally yesterday. I pre-ordered it. Could not wait to get it. Came out yesterday, and then I had to wait 17 hours because it was locked for some reason. But anyway, like the warning said, if you suffer from anxiety, high anxiety and depression, or you get disturbed easily, this game is not for you. So please do click off the video if you are not, suitable for this game. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into it because I'm freaking excited to play this game. So we're gonna go ahead and new game. Enter your name. We're gonna go with Leroy because that's our name. And just saying, it's not only me playing this game; it's all of us as a whole. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might throw to herself. That girl is Yuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Wow, okay, I started on the first two lines. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Yeah, this is me, Lukman, Rizwan, Muzair, and Ganji. No cap. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha. Okay then. I overslept again. Hold on, let me make a female voice. But I caught you this time. Maybe, only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Leroy. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Or I feel like I don't sound like a female, but anyway. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to I can't read. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Leroy, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining clubs. And I just put the girl's voice on myself, nice. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. This happens way too often to me in real life and it's freaking annoying. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This is my life. I am Leroy that's in the game. So this is perfect. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! God, I feel like I suck at the girl's voice, but anyway. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Yeah, why do you, my guy? Feels bad. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent on her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exit. I'm pulling a KSI. Exaggerate everything inside of her head. There we go. Jeez, I pulled a KSI. No offense to you, KSI. The school is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. My guy, I would have started with the gaming club, I'm not even gonna lie. Get in that club, join esports, start making money. That'd be the dream, but there's no such clubs like that over here in South Africa, which sucks. I tried getting my school to start a gaming club. They completely ignored my question about it. I gave up on it. It was whatever. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized that I'm only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're not even worse than me Not even, where did I get not even? Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club? Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Heh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I definitely need the literature club because I can read, haha. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, that's why my reading sucks, because I never read any books. I skipped that. Oh god, I'm bad. Hold up, can we go back? History? What did I say? Yeah, I'm going to the anime club, okay. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told my club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. God, I hope that didn't ear rape you guys. If it did, I'm sorry. Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. She just yeets the door open and just whoever's on the other side just gets yeeted across the room, breaks their nose, falls to the floor. Jeez. Oh, that'd be funny. Everyone? the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. Yeah, I glance around the room. Okay, now we need to give Yuri a voice. Oh, it's okay. Okay, let's think. I could give her like a really dark, demonic voice. Like, welcome to the No, wait. Welcome. No, okay. I don't think it was gonna be this hard making voices. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna read. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Roy, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What? All my waifus in one place? Damn, that's a dream come true. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when... Wait, what voice did I give Sayori? Shit, I forgot. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. I think that was the one I gave her. Oh, I didn't think it would be this hard to do voices in a game. God damn it. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Leroy. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, thick, green eyes and yeah, oh, okay, didn't say all of that, okay. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Leroy. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. I completely forget to do their voices. I didn't think it would be this hard, jeez. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I feel like they all sound the same. Could you imagine that? Just walking into a club, all the girls look different, but as soon as they speak, they just all sound the same. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one more space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh. That was probably not an ooh, but anyway. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. There's no the, but I said the. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to bite it. Let me tell you, there is no best angle to bite it. What you want to do is you take the cupcake and you basically like compress it in your hand, make it into a ball and just shove that whole thing in your mouth. Trust me, you may die because you'll choke to death, but yeah, it's worth the risk, my guy. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. I particularly never joined a club either. Actually I did. I joined the cricket club and I actually got captain on the B team, which is like the second best team. And then after that I just left because I couldn't be bothered. I got really unfit and I gave up on it. I never used to go for training and stuff, so I gave up on that. And it was mainly dudes. There were a few girls. It was like mixed, but it was weird because like the few girls that were there, it was like weird because they were never allowed to participate in the matches until they had a girls team. So on practice days we just had to play with girls. But yeah, it was kind of fun. Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't read books. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. I then started there, but anyway, insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I do enjoy tea, not as much as Rizwan. Let me tell you, like when we playing Rainbow Six Siege Ranked, almost after every match this dude just disappears and he comes back and he has tea. He told us he drinks around 7 cups of tea a day. That's mad. I drink around 2 cups a day, maybe 1. Coffee though I can down all day long, which is not good, but anyway. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Reveal, what the hell? Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of the question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That is really nice, I ain't even gonna lie. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. I can confirm that literature does not grab my attention except when it comes to roleplay. I really enjoy roleplaying, but I suck at it because my vocabulary sucks. Like I need to learn bigger words, you know what I'm saying? You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! feel like they all sound the same and it's getting to me, but anyway, everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they are all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Leroy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Actually, come to think of it, what was the last thing I read outside of school? I think it was the Five Nights at Freddy book. The first Five Nights at Freddy's book as well. I don't read manga either. I was gonna read the Tonikawa manga, but then that would ruin season 2 for me. But I have recently read Romeo and Juliet, which, oh my god, reading it in Shakespearean English is just terrible. Don't understand. And that was my literature test, but I aced it, so that was good. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half choking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. A horror book. Wait, what? I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give it that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. I've never written a poem outside of school. Yeah, my life's boring, man. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I have thought about writing a book though, on my character Leroy Argent, which for those who don't know, my channel is named after one of my characters that I created. He's like an assassin who controls a spiritual dragon. So for those of you who don't know for those of you who know what Overwatch is, if you know who's Genji or Hanzo, he has one of those type of dragons. He has specifically a lightning element dragon. It's really amazing. But yeah, so I really want to write a book on him, but I'm lazy and don't have the time for it. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Leroy? Monica smiled warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. It just yeets out of there, man. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. They just pull out a gun and tell him if he leaves, they're blowing his brains out. They just force him to freaking write poems and songs for them. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Leroy, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? This is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Leroy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skill. Oh mate, you have no writing skills whatsoever. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Leroy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monica, and of course Monica. Okay, off the bat, I want you guys to think for about 2 seconds, who do you think I like the most out of all these? Obviously my close friends will already know who that is, and for those of you who don't know, it's Yuri. I don't know, it's just the purple hair, purple eyes, and the whole dark meaning behind her. Really amazing. You know, the whole, she just portrays herself as like a horror fan. I really like that. So yeah, she was my pick in the original one, and she's still my pick in this game. But man, you know, if Mercy from Overwatch was in this game, instantly my first pick. I don't even care if 02 or my son is in this game. Angela, Mercy, that's my pick. Will always be my pick, no matter what. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer. I can't speak. It's gonna kill me. It's actually gonna kill me. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Little did he know. Little did he know. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, now if I remember correctly, whatever word you pick here, the characters here at the bottom will jump, and if they jump, that means that you picked the right word. So we're gonna try and get Yuri to jump. Alone, games, headphones, pain, fun, destiny, frightening, fluffy, intellectual, and trophy. Okay, we're gonna go with destiny. Okay, that works. Vivacious, nature, death, question, vibrant, sunny, rose, heavenson, puppy, pure. We're gonna go with death. Okay, apparently Sayori likes death. Calm, wonderful, marriage, defeat, imagination, perfect, flying cheeks, noble, extraordinary. Okay, Yuri did say she likes imagination, so we'll go with that. Agonizing, peace, candy, kitty, valentine, fantasy, love. She said she likes Did she not say she likes fantasy? Okay, whatever. Vitality, promise, silly, warm, kawaii, jump, giggle, holiday, fester, breathe. Let's go with breathe. That worked. Comfort, scars, bouncy, dark, daydream, shopping, papa, unrestrained, clumsy, affluent. We go with dark. Okay, Sayori is apparently dark. Sensation, contamination, heart, judgment, music, anxiety, atone, unrequited, portrait, child. We're gonna go with atone. That worked, I'm glad. Flower, kiss, party, analyze, waterfall, summer, desire, milk, unending hurt. Okay, apparently Sayori is depressed. Vertical, vines, horror. Okay, she said she likes horror. Prayer, forgive, accidents, empty, playground, charmed, world, bed, beauty, crimson, sure. Oh, graveyard, infinite, vivid, cage, cute, tears, achievement unlocked, Doki Doki poetry slam. Okay, we got one achievement, I guess. Cage, cute, tears, adventure, sticky, sunset, lips. We're going with graveyard. Strawberry, fireworks, hope, Doki Doki, meager, depression, rainbow, sugar, despise, lazy. That one worked, okay. Flee, irrefragable, massacre, play, dream, lollipop, loud, grief, together, secretive. Let's go with dream. Okay, dream worked. Poof, precious, captive, eternity. Also, Monica's not on the screen. Was she in the last one? No, I don't think she was in the last one. Eternity, enemies, socks. Who likes socks? Socks. Okay, buddy. Socks. Happiness, bubbles, fireflies. Okay. We're going with eternity. Explode, color, bunny, essence, awesome, bliss, broken, misery, feather, misery. Damn, sorry, has been going through shit, huh? She's going through a lot of stuff. Shame, whirlwind, determination, vanilla, treasure, skipping, journey, uncontrollable, blanket, lust. Let's go with journey. Special, rain cloud, swimsuit, time, unstable, disarray, whisper, electricity, chocolate, lucky. Let's go with rain cloud. Sayori again. After okay, bro, I'm pulling a KSI. I'm actually pulling a KSI. Jeez. Joy, nightgown, ocean, raindrops, peaceful, infernal, extreme, jumpy, climax, incapable, suicide. That's who. Most fortunate landscape, pink, sweet, cheer, inside hair, disown. Let's go with landscape. Sparkle, excitement, marshmallow, skirt, anger, aura, melody, tensuous, hopeless, and hop. Let's go with excitement. Sayori. Okay, so we got around like 11 for Yuri, 1 for Natsuki, and about 8 for whatever. Sayori. Hi again, Leroy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Leroy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, like he deserves my slack. Any slack. Where did I get mine from? Where am I getting this stuff from? See, Yuri told me you didn't even want to join clubs this year. Any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big nose for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I've never ever actually read manga, but I want to get into it. If you guys have any suggestions on manga I should read, you guys can drop it down below in the comments. Don't worry guys, Leroy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Leroy shouldn't be saying that because my room is a complete mess. My room, it looks like I took a grenade and threw it inside of my room, and it was a grenade that when it blows up, it like perplexes your room and just messes everything up. That's what happened in my room. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Leroy can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. This reminds me of Kyra from my primary school. Always used to do this to me and my crush, which I don't have a crush on anybody right now. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want me to. Alright. Well, here. I'm gonna just look at that cute face, man. Goddamn. Why? I'm such a weirdo, man. I'm such a weirdo. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. this is... How is this girl accidentally being cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Yeah, I just won't. It's not like I'll go home and just slap it down and then, you know, just search up a summary of the book or something. Oh, I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think about it. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Can't speak, man. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from the book. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be reading the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. This happened, let me tell you guys. Because back in primary school, I used to sit next to my crush, and when the teacher moved me away, it was like, fuck, you know, I'm not gonna be able to talk to her anymore. And I remember one day, like, they moved me to the back of the class and she was sitting in the front. So one day I was literally just staring at the back of her head and I was daydreaming, right? And she turns around and I just continued to stare at her. Oh my god, it was fucking embarrassing. But thank god she didn't make a big scene out of it or whatever, but my god. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But it only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I wanted this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. I'm trying to make like a whispery kind of voice for Yuri, but I just feel like my mic won't pick it up. I don't know. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. What in the world is the human experiment prison? That sounds like something like where they experiment on Nikos or something. Could you imagine if Nikos became real in the next few years? Bro, I'd be on the lookout, not gonna lie. I'm such a weirdo, man. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark tone came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of the... Wait. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Leroy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy they believe in, then suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. This is me explaining anime to people. Oh, mate. Like, I try getting Lukman and Rizwan them to watch anime and stuff, and I explain it to them like this, and I lose their attention so fast that halfway through my long explanation, I just give up. Cause like I'll be explaining like, oh, you guys need to watch Bunny Girl Senpai. Oh my god, it's amazing. They have this thing called the puberty syndrome, and then they'll just be like, yo, we weren't listening, and I was just like, oh, okay. Oh, mate, good times. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading. I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine. If I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Go on, just got a few messages here. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Did I just skip past 2? Hold up. I feel like I just skipped past 2. No, I did not. Okay, for some reason it seemed like I did. I opened the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, it looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Dude, this blush though. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn pages. Here. Oh, I remember this, dude. This picture is so amazing. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel her warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? I like how the eyes like look at you and stuff. Very well made game. I really love this game. Yeah? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own for elation. We continue the first chapter in silence. This would be me in school. Let me tell you, like if we had to reading class, right? Everybody would come, stand up, read their part, Then you get me, I'd stand up and read slow. I remember when we used to do Hamlet, I had Horatio, the character Horatio, that was my role to read. So whenever Horatio had to say his lines, I had to say it. It was in modern English, so it was much easier. But I would slow down the reading, like everybody's just fast-paced reading, And then I'd come on and I'd just be there like, and then I have to, and it was just like, nah. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost felt like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Where in the world did that gas come from? Jeez, I hope that wasn't caught on mic. But yeah, okay, anyway. Hey Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses a lot of things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but Leroy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. This is so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I did not mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Jump scared. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared. My brain, it's frying. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. You know what I'm thinking? Ever since I made that Lena J video, my brain doesn't work. She killed all the brain cells in my head. Yuri, bring it back, please. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first two chapters in your own time. Alright. stand up, I make a mental note where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. What? Hold up, I need to search this up. A spiral notebook. I don't think I've ever heard of a spiral notebook. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. The spine of the book is the spiral. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of slow. In case you guys didn't get that from my reading. But yeah, just so you know. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Why am I putting on the Yuri voice when I'm reading this? Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to with first? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? We're obviously gonna go with Yuri because that's who we're trying to bond with, you know what I'm saying? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Yeah? What was that? Does Leroy not mean what exceptional means? Did I say that out loud? Oh, she never means to say it. Okay, never mind. No, I just look like an idiot. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Yeah? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphor indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. He's never written shit. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. See? He's never written shit. He probably just ripped it off the internet. Huh? Wait, I've actually done that before. I've ripped off lyrics from a song and used it as a poem. Shit, I don't remember what it was, but I do remember getting full marks for it. Oh, mate, I'm such full marks for the test, you know. But anyway, hey man, I aced it. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces a finger along the words in the poem, as if it breaks it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Why am I reading like a goddamn robot? Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, no, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? What is that? Ghost under the light. Shall I cut in the effects? Can we zoom in? This font. God, this font in my eyesight. I'm gonna, okay, I'm gonna mess up a lot of the words due to the font. The tender lines of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green. What is the word? Hue of the future. Is that hue of the future? I bathe calmly, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay then. I no clue what that could have meant, but sure, I probably read that for complete shit. Probably got half of it wrong, but anyway. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. It's not that you have terrible handwriting, it's that it's extremely neat and in a weird font that makes it like that. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it because I can't understand the font, but anyway. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. That as well. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That as well. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I'm reading. I need to pay attention to who's speaking because I'm putting the wrong voices for the wrong people. Okay, back to the thing. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing poem, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into Ghost, Yuri? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, alright? Really? Okay, I'm gonna take a guess that it's about memories that are haunting her, or past that's haunting her since she said she lives in the past. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feeling, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. I was kinda right, so. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more Solomon. I can't. I'm pulling a KSI in the literature game. Why? Putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah? It's not nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Roy. Me too. Just me too. Yeah, I'll be doing the same. Who shall we go with next? Let's go Monica. Hi, Leroy. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, little Roy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's not. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. And I'll learn to read. Am I saying I'm such a weirdo, man? Yeah, that's true. Harmonica, my poem. Great job, Leroy. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. I guess I won't be learning how to read, Jesus Christ. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuisance. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction, the speckle. My English, bro, I swear to God. A noisy neighbor and an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Hold up, what was it? My retinas. Always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. The hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Damn. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, that's okay. It's okay. Where am I getting these words from? I'm just pulling words out of my ass, goddamn. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There is a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of I really need to get better at reading, huh? It's been influencing my poems a bit. And yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Noise. Let's go with Natsuki. Leroy, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay then. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. Also, why does Natsuki or everyone just have freaking vampire teeth? Like, Jesus. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I still don't have a voice for Natsuki, which is bothering me, but anyway. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Last but not least, say Yuri. This is a good poem, Leroy. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why I'm... Oh, I can't read, it's gonna piss me off. I mean, it is pissing me off, I'm losing my mind. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you really are. It reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Leroy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, and how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eye. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above the blue sky. I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast too, Sayori, even though it's what's the time? It's almost midnight, jeez. Time flew by. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Now I'm list for eggs and toast. Great. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I skip breakfast way too often, my guy. I think like every day, because I wake up around 11, shower, and then just came. Yeah, my life's pretty boring, isn't it? I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. This was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing ability. Okay, I'm gonna leave this episode here because it says I've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. It's probably because I'm reading extremely bad. So I'm gonna leave this here. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, whatever. And I will be posting the next few episodes or videos in the next few days if I have time. So yeah, I hope you guys didn't get bored of me not being able to read, even though I'm fucking 17. But anyway, yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and remember, you are amazing and loved.
You're just gonna get older and harder and more alone. And one day, you're gonna look around and you're gonna realize that everybody loves you, but nobody likes you. And that is the loneliest feeling in the world.